Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this afternoon newscast right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Thursday afternoon, so let's get started right now. First up, video shows what police believe is a vehicle that hit and killed retired Hudson Police Sergeant. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Everyone has mental health. Is yours keeping you from the life you want? Riverbend is here for you, providing mental health services for all needs and all ages. Specialized treatment delivered with compassion. Visit us at riverbendcmhc.org.
The victim in that hit and run, Donna Briggs, a retired sergeant with the Hudson Police Department. She went for a bike ride around 10:30 a.m. on Tuesday morning and never made it home.
Yellow flowers left on the side of Route 125 in Kingston, where 59-year-old Donna Briggs was struck and killed in a hit and run on Tuesday. Briggs went for a bike ride Tuesday morning, and when she didn't return home, Kingston police were notified. Her body was found several hours later down an embankment along Route 125. State police have released surveillance video of the vehicle they believe was involved. It appears to be a GMC Yukon manufactured between 2000 to 2006. The SUV has damage to the passenger side of the front bumper and hood area.
Route 125 is a very busy roadway. We're asking anybody that was on Route 125, either traveling northbound or southbound, to contact us. And if you have any information or if you happen to see the incident occur.
Briggs retired from the Hudson PD after a 20-year career. She was a wife and mother to 2 adult children. She was also the first female ever promoted to sergeant in Hudson. Hudson Police Chief Bill Avery had known her since the academy.
She did literally everything in her career, from the patrol division, detective division, legal division. She was a school resource officer. The kids, faculty in the school district loved her. Just a great person.
And Briggs was an avid cyclist. She was training for the Unity Ride, which raises money for the Law Enforcement Memorial. Live at the Kingston Police Department, Jessica Moran, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Recommendations on COVID-19 booster shots expected from CDC panel today. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Walmart, America's largest, is hiring. Earn up to $28 per hour plus benefits working at Walmart's distribution center. Get a $5,000 sign-on bonus, but hurry, you must be hired before October 24th. Apply online today or text DC to 240-240. Walk-ins welcome.
Devin Monsini has been breastfeeding her son Gabriel for almost a year. She held off on getting the COVID vaccine, but is now getting it this week.
I have spoken with lactation consultants, pediatricians, my son's doctor, and they all encourage it.
More and more healthcare providers are recommending the vaccine for new and pregnant mothers. Today, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention presented new data to show there's no evidence that the vaccine poses an increased risk to moms and their unborn or newborn babies. Dr. Janet Perkins Howland of Wentworth Douglas Hospital says because pregnant women are immunocompromised, they're at greater risk of the negative effects of COVID, so they should get vaccinated.
We feel that's the best way they can ensure the safest pregnancy possible.
An OBGYN, she also recommends the shot for those who are nursing.
We have some very encouraging data about the transferring antibodies from breast milk to babies. In some studies, 100% of the babies have received antibodies either through the placenta or through breast milk.
Monsini takes comfort in that, saying she's excited to protect herself and her family.
the good outweigh the bad with it. Your beautiful baby will get antibodies and it will help prevent the spread of COVID, and that's the whole goal right now.
If you have any concerns at all, Dr. Perkins Holland says talk to your care providers. Dig through all the misinformation out there and base your vaccine decision off of trusted sources. Reporting live tonight, Mike Cronin, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. New Hampshire travel officials see big fall tourism season ahead. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Lost River Gorge in Boulder Caves is one of New Hampshire's greatest natural wonders and an
That's right, Jen. It's not hard to sell the appeal of the White Mountains or the fall foliage, but officials believe we'll see an influx of travelers due in part to vaccinations and lessened restrictions. The New Hampshire Division of Travel and Tourism say they anticipate 3.2 million visitors to make their way into the Granite State this fall. That could generate an estimated $1.4 billion, according to officials' projections. Analysts believe there is a lot of pent-up demand for exploration amongst travelers.
Our research is showing that 76% of travelers reported that they are ready to return to travel. This is up about 52% from the previous year.
We're continuing to see an increasing usage of our outdoor natural resources in New Hampshire, whether it's hiking trails in the White Mountains, whether it's on the lakes in the lakes region, or on the beach, or wherever you might be.
Officials are asking travelers to be mindful and respectful of visiting the great outdoors, asking folks to pick up after themselves and leave nature the way you found it. Mike Cherry, WMUR News.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Police in New Hampshire issue reminder that stealing apples is a crime. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Walmart, America's largest, is hiring. Earn up to $28 per hour plus benefits working at Walmart's distribution center. Get a $5,000 sign-on bonus, but hurry, you must be hired before October 24th. Apply online today or text DC to 240240. Walk-ins welcome.
So apple picking season is starting up, and Londonderry police want to remind people what you should already know: stealing apples is a crime. The department says those thefts cost thousands of dollars in lost inventory every year. The officers are routinely checking the orchards, and they work with the owners. Police say they caught one group from Massachusetts trying to steal apples just yesterday.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Texas governor orders steel barrier to deter migrants from crossing the border. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
Now with the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3 on Verizon 5G, there's no more fear of missing out. Download a movie on the go while acting.
It's now on the situation at the border. The governor of Texas ordering a steel wall of vehicles to stop the surge of migrants as the Biden administration ramps up deportations. Kenneth Moten is on the scene there in Del Rio, Texas. Good morning, Kenneth.
Good morning, Robin. A fleet of state vehicles being used to try to stop those migrants from crossing into Texas. You can see the shift change happening behind me. That is that steel wall right there. Those Texas state troopers who are leaving because, again, we've got a shift change here. I can also tell you that right now, a lot of manpower is here to try to get control of this border and humanitarian crisis.
This morning, new images of that migrant camp under the Del Rio Bridge. A significant decrease, but the scene still heartbreaking.
There is a humanitarian need here, and we need to make sure that we're treating everybody fairly.
Overnight, new numbers from the Department of Homeland Security saying since Sunday, more than 1,400 migrants have been flown back to Haiti on a dozen flights. 3,200 taken into custody but still in the U.S., preparing to be deported or placed into removal proceedings while they seek asylum. Less than 5,000 migrants, mostly Haitian, remain in this encampment, down from roughly 14,000 over the weekend.
Yes, there are fewer people here, but it is still tough to see these images. Children sleeping on cardboard, families waiting for the U.S. to tell them what's next.
The faces of those desperate for asylum in the U.S., the children seen on the shoulders of their parents as they crossed the dangerous Rio Grande. These images even have some Democrats demanding the Biden administration stop the mass deportations and get a better handle on this crisis.
All they're trying to do is escape from violence in their country. We're saying to the president and everybody else, you got to stop this madness.
In Del Rio, this so-called steel barrier in place. The governor of Texas ordering state troopers to line up vehicles on the border to deter migrants from crossing. And this morning, some mounted Border Patrol agents are on administrative duties while DHS investigates this disturbing encounter with migrants.
These agents are highly trained along with their horses, and they were doing exactly what they were trained to do.
Hundreds of migrants have gone back across the river into Ciudad Acuña and set up camp in different cities like Monterrey.
Mexico is feeling that strain, but right now that country is not deporting those migrants, instead allowing them to get their paperwork together to seek asylum there. Meanwhile, DHS says those mass deportation flights from the U.S. to Haiti will continue. George.
Okay, Kenneth, thanks. Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. That does it for this afternoon edition of the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your afternoon, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for another newscast. Thank you for tuning in and watching this afternoon newscast right here on the Riley King Network. Enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye.